New year, new you, new podcast. That's what I say.
Same old us, though.
Yeah, nothing's changed here.
It's been, what, a week and a half?
Yes.
Okay.
Frankie C is here. He survived his cruise, which cost me $5 with his brother because I didn't think he'd make it back.
Nice.
But I am happy to
against
see him.
me. That's all right.
Well, I go with the odds.
I hear you.
J-sabs. I don't know. Good.
Is she around? Did she survive the last year and week and a half?
Nobody knows.
No word.
You gamble, flirting with homeless people one too many times, and so we'll see if she shows up. I don't know.
Never.
Can't be put in charge. Here's what I do know: we are in the middle of a heated Speaker of the House vote that is ongoing and crazy and insane, and we'll recap it for you and tell you everything that's going on and
stupid.
The latest.
Yeah.
Donald Trump cucked Jason Aldean. This was very upsetting. So much so, Frank, that I actually wrote a blog, which is the first blog we've written for the podcast.
I think it's the first blog since like 2002. That's in blog history.
Possibly, yes.
Who writes blogs anymore?
I don't know. Well, a lot of people.
All right, then we're good.
And we just have a lot of stuff to catch up on. I have a whole laundry list that I'm not going to go through here of things that happened during our break that we need to just reconnect and be one with each other and get back together with everybody. And that's what we're going to do on this episode. That's this episode.
It's very kumbaya of you.
It is quite kumbaya. And we are going to dole out the Golden AOA-Hole awards.
Nice.
We will hand out some golden asshole trophies. We will talk movies, music, and so much more. That is a podcast, and that is how we get it started. I watched a ton of movies over the break.
Really?
I'm going to review every last one of them for you.
Oh, can't wait for that.
It's going to be exciting.
Were they like at least movies we've heard of?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Kevin McCarthy, Speaker of the House. Here's the deal. The Republicans need a majority plus one. That would be 218 votes to crown a new Speaker of the House, which all signs pointed to that would be Kevin McCarthy at some point yesterday, prior to yesterday. We thought that. And boy, did he fall short.
Yeah, he did. And I don't get it. I mean, I understand that the number is, what was it, 218?
218.
But why? Hakeem Jeffries keeps winning all these votes. He keeps coming up with the most votes. I mean, shouldn't that be it? It's split between three people. It's never, I mean, we could be here forever.
We could be here forever.
If you, me, and J-sabs voted on our favorite ice cream flavor,
Hakeem Jeffries would win. Yeah.
Well, I would vote for one. You'd vote for one. J-sabs votes for one. And then we put it's basically the most votes wins. That's what it should be. Why isn't it the most votes wins? Why does it have to be 218?
I don't know. These are the kooky rules of Congress. This is what they've been doing.
I feel like especially if there's three candidates, you're never going to get to 218 unless some minds change, and you know how hard that is to do.
Well, you know what's strange? In the modern era of Congress, they usually have deals in place. They have snap counts. They have an understanding before publicly voting on the floor of what the vote is going to be. I don't know what happened to that, as they were kind of like, well, let's just see what happens. And then insanity ensued, because what happened was, at first, McCarthy, I'm going to say that, I'm going to do that a lot.
And Ringo.
McCarthy and Ringo were together on the floor, couldn't get the votes. But at first, McCarthy, he was close. Jeffries got all the Democrat votes. They'll continue to get all the Democrat votes. We know that's going to happen. And he was just a few off. He just needed to make a couple of moves. And then as they continued to call more votes, which I couldn't understand, like the whole point is, don't go to the next vote until you've made the deals and secured your votes. He's just sitting there like, okay, let's continue to embarrass the crap out of me while I continue to lose these votes and
That's
nobody's
another thing. I
budging.
feel like we're doing this for the sake of tradition. Like, why are we doing 3 votes a day for whatever, how many votes a day? Nothing's changed since between these voting sessions. I mean, between vote number 1 and vote number 2, and it's not like they all of a sudden someone went, you know what, fuck it. No one's changing their minds within that couple hours.
It's amazing. The only thing that's changed is what little respect I had for Kevin McCarthy is dwindling.
Dick. I don't understand. I get it has to be the majority of the House, but if I feel like it is, we have a majority. It's not. What is it? You know, it's not the. It's the majority of the votes, is what Hakeem Jeffries
correct.
has. But why can't that be it? Popular vote. That's it. I don't understand that in the Electoral College. Get rid of that. It's just the popular vote. That isn't that how we can make life a lot simpler?
I don't know.
How is that not simple?
I'm not for changing the Electoral College. I think the Electoral College is good.
That's crazy.
Who's the other pipsqueak that nobody likes? From Indiana or something. What's his name?
Oh, that asshole. Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan. Okay, so that was yesterday's. That was yesterday's amazement. Jim Jordan nominated Kevin McCarthy, and then Jim Jordan got nominated, and he was like, "Well, okay, let's have a vote and see how many votes I can get." I'm like, "What are you doing?
This isn't."
What are you doing?
They can't do anything. They can't work until this gets sorted out. And so then we're sitting here, you know, with our thumbs up our asses, like, what are we doing here?
Then Jim Jordan gets 9 votes, and it's like, oh my god, like, why are you even not?
So then, guys, he's only 9 votes ahead of me. So that's pretty close. Like, I'm that close.
So that shut out the day yesterday, and then today, out of nowhere, Lauren Boebert. So now it's kind of been revealed, which we all kind of knew, that it was like the hardcore MAGA people, right? Matt Gaetz, Lauren Boebert. And now we know that it's definitely Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert. And what they did today was they nominated a representative from Florida by the name of Byron Donalds. I'm not sure where in Florida he represents, but I saw an interview with Byron just before the podcast started. And they were like, "Do you?" And the interviewer was like, "Do you want to be Speaker of the House?" And he was like, "No, I don't." He's like, "I don't." Well, and they're like, "Well, then why are you on the ballot?" He's like, "Well, if the people entrust me to do it, I will do it, but I will do it reluctantly." And he by the way got more than Jim Jordan. He got 20 votes.
He did. That's right. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, you don't have to even hold a House seat. You could be anybody, and you could be nominated as the House of, the Speaker of the House.
So as our forefathers were drunkenly putting this all together, listen, they did a great job with the Declaration of Independence. They were on the ball.
100%.
Then they roll out the Bill of Rights, and it's like, holy shit, these guys are on fire. Constitution to fill it all out. By the time they got to writing the rules for Congress, things were getting a little sloppy.
I think they were starting to feel the impact of old age, and they've been through some shit.
And nowhere in there does it say it has to be a member of Congress. They just forgot to put that little tiny detail in there.
Whoops.
Yeah. So now everybody thinks it could be anybody, which I think technically is true, but we'll never ever see in our lifetime.
No, because anybody in the House is going to be like, we're not just going to pick some schmuck.
Well,
that's why it could be Trump if they wanted.
That's where all the crazy people start saying that Trump should get nominated. But here's the thing: they're not going to let the majority party, who happens to be the Republicans right now, are not going to let the Democrats have it. So why are they going to go to the outside to let somebody have it?
We're going to be stuck with this for a while.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing because, I mean, just with that stupid rule that has to be 218. I get you want majority of the place, but if you got the majority of the votes, that should be that. I don't understand. Hakeem Jeffries wins every vote. Every time they have a vote, he has the most.
Here's the pain in the ass for the Democrats. They have to keep showing up because if one of them misses the vote, then the total number of Congress people goes down, and then McCarthy doesn't need 218. Then he'll need 217 or 216.
Well,
So
same with the Republicans. They have to keep showing up too.
they'll have to keep showing up. But it seems kind of crazy. And then shortly before we started our live podcast here, for those of you who are listening later on, um, McCarthy did an interview and he kind of started calling some people out. And he didn't say he didn't say the names. He didn't name names, but we know it's Gaetz and we know it's Boebert and whoever else is in this MAGA constituency
Yeah,
of the Republican
the
Party, which, by the way,
morons and the
re-
shit stirrers.
remind me to come back to that. He said that they're asking for positions that they haven't earned. Now, this is a very big thing in Congress for people who don't know. You know, you get a leadership role or you get on certain committees and leadership spots in certain committees. That comes with a lot of power and responsibility, ways and means, all these different things. There's a lot of juxtapositions and hierarchy in our Congress. And so, if you're only in Congress for 5-10 years, for the most part, unless there's some extraordinary circumstances, you're a low man on the totem pole. You don't have, the sort of access that a McCarthy or a Pelosi, these people that have been there for 15, 20 years will have. There's a reason why all the old people are in leadership, because it takes everybody a while to kind of climb up that ladder. So McCarthy kind of pulled the curtain back a little bit and was like, they're asking for positions that they have not earned. And he's like, they're not going to get it. So we're sitting here criticizing him for not cutting deals, which is true, but it kind of sounds like they're being completely unreasonable.
Yeah, that's the way they operate. It's Boebert. I'm sorry, but I don't think she knows what she's doing for the most part. I think.
Are you sure it's not Boebert? Because I just would like to get a check on that.
It could be. And Gaetz is just a manipulative, maniacal piece of crap. And I don't understand.
Possible child trafficker, you forgot.
Right. I don't know where that investigation went.
Alleged, possible, just saying.
Alleged. But I don't understand where that's, how long does it take? What's the holdup here? And why isn't there a resolution to that? But that, what's her name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's another batshit crazy person. So you got these people. These are the people that are in there and going, and just making it up as they go, not really knowing how everything works, and they're just taking advantage.
Well, so here's the crazy part. So before any of this happened, Trump endorses McCarthy for the Speaker of the House thing. Then day one happens. Everybody gets up this morning and Trump truths out like, hey, we need to throw our support behind McCarthy. Now he's talking. Now the people that are holding this up are people that are diehard MAGA Republicans. They're not even listening to him anymore. And Boebert went so far as to say that I forget what she said, but she made a remark about, my favorite president and this and that. But she basically said he needs to change his mind, not us. So it's like, we're looking at maybe weeks of this here now, because there's their leader and he's like, just support McCarthy. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know where you go from here.
It's just a rock and a hard place. No one's budging. And I don't understand. That rule, I don't get it. I don't know why every single election should be majority wins. That's it. If you get the most votes, you win. I don't understand why that's not the case. In the presidential election, in this, why is that not the rule everywhere? And I don't understand why you don't think the electoral college should be gone. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we can get into that one day, but I think it's useful.
Should we ease into the new year?
Yeah, let's ease into the new year. Yeah, 100%. But I just find this fascinating. And I also think that it's interesting too, and critics be damned. I don't care what you think, but this is the truth. Like, Trump has made a political career in the last 6 years of being like, I don't give a shit. Fuck you. I'm doing it my way. And now all the little babies that he's spawned are now doing the same exact thing. And I don't think he's going to like it because, as shitty as Congress and the Senate has been in the last 20, 25, 30 years, there were times when they've figured out a way to make deals and fund the government and, They acted swiftly, maybe incorrectly after 9/11 with some of the things that they did, but they did it together at least. And, we've been able to do certain things along the way. Congress has functioned. We've added healthcare, and there's been tax cuts and all sorts of things, right? That people agree with, disagree with. It's gotten done. I don't know how you get done when you're a majority. Like they seem like they don't care that they're the majority. They need to get things done their way. And it's not the first time we've seen this. We've seen this before with the Tea Party. Remember the emergence of the Tea Party? Where they were like this. They were this little caucus, and they weren't going to budge on anything. And they made the will of the Republican Party bend to them. Same thing with the Democrats and AOC's little gang there and her people. I mean, they haven't been as stringent as this, but it's existed before.
AOC and that gang, they're aligned with, they know how to support a candidate
by wearing white, which is quite fashionable and really turns some heads.
It helps.
But I don't know. I mean, when Boebert goes, my favorite, I love my favorite president, but he needs to change his mind. I was like, oh shit. I mean, I don't know what you do, because literally you can have these 12 people holding up the whole damn thing. Yeah. By the way, they're not allowed to gavel into session until there's a Speaker of the House.
They can't do anything.
Nothing will get done.
That's it.
And McCarthy came out and said, he goes, I hold the record for the longest speech ever on the floor of the House of Representatives. He goes, I can do this forever. I don't care. So, I mean, his method seems to be, I'm just going to sit there, smile as I continue to lose until people get sick of me. I'm not going anywhere.
That's a dick thing to say. I don't care. I don't care if if we never get anything done. I want to be Speaker of the House, and that's the way it is.
I think
that's being selfish and ridiculous.
I think he was talking to the people I think he was talking to Gaetz and Boebert. I think he was talking to the people that were holding up.
Either way, why can't he, instead of saying something like that, you say, oh, I hope we can reach a compromise. I'm going to talk with them. I'm going to see if we can reach out and have some meetings to, go over everything.
God damn you. How do you put me on Kevin McCarthy's side? How do you reason with them if they're asking for shit that he's not prepared to give up? I don't know.
That you talk to them privately about that stuff. I mean, if they're not willing to budge, what can he do? He doesn't have the votes. You're done. You're in second place. You concede. You're out. Pull out. Get someone else. It's over.
Rhoda, nobody else wants it. This Byron Donaldson, this guy gets nominated.
Hakeem Jeffries wants it.
He gets 20 votes, Frank, and the guy goes, I don't want to do that. And so the woman goes, why don't you want to do it? He goes, I got kids. This is a long job. He goes, I don't want to do that.
It's not what I want to do. Yeah, it's not for everybody. You just get nominated out of nowhere. I feel like you should have to have some kind of say on whether or not what if he wins and he has no interest in doing this? I mean, it's like that's what we elect.
Well, like I said, Jordan only got 9 votes or 6 votes, whatever the hell he got. This guy got 20 out of the gate. If they vote again and he gets 25 or 30, see, that's when shit's going to start changing. I mean, these things have a way of sliding like a fucking, like an avalanche down the side of a mountain, man. It starts like it looks like it's moving really slow, and then all of a sudden your car is covered in shit. So who knows? Mm-hmm. This guy could wind up being the Speaker of the House, and then they will forever play the clip of this interview where he's like, I don't want to do this job.
It's such a joke. It really is. I mean, and I hate, you're gonna be like, oh, you're taking sides, of course, Democrat, you're gonna say, but this is the Republicans just making a mockery out of all this, just nominating someone who wants nothing to do with it. 20 people vote for that person. I would love to hear their reasoning. Why did you vote for this person who doesn't want to do this? What's your reasoning behind that? What would their answer be?
Yeah. Now, TD Freelancer, he brings up the Trump thing, which we talked about a couple of moments ago. But it is true. I don't think it's true that it's Trump, but they're saying the rumors and the rumblings in the Republican Party is that they do have somebody in mind, that they're going to let this embarrassment continue for a couple of days, put this person in, and see what happens. Because I mean, so maybe it's Donaldson. I don't know, but if it is him or not him, if somebody comes across the next couple of days and starts to get 40, 50 votes, then McCarthy's going to really be in a lot of trouble. I mean, I mean,
He's already in trouble. He doesn't have the votes now. I mean, I don't understand why it's just we're just going to keep doing this. It's someone said it before on Twitter. I can't remember who said it, but it's like it's the definition of insanity.
Yeah.
You keep doing the same thing over and over again, and you just get the same results, but you're expecting different results. It's like, what are we doing here? We're just every vote's the same. Maybe it off by one here or there, but it's the same result. He's losing every time. That's it. Should be over.
yes, that's exactly what it is. It is the definition of insanity. I could not have said it better myself. It is the truth.
Right. I wish I knew who said that, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's 100% true. What's interesting though is this isn't the longest that we've ever gone in this situation. Like I'm gonna try and find. I had it in my notes and I can't find it.
Yeah,
but
I feel like it was months, but that was like 100 years ago.
it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a very, very long time ago. And they wound up not even settling it with a vote. They wound up having like another vote where they were just like, can we just vote to pick this person? And then they wound up passing that resolution and it got done that way.
All right, let's do that. Just pick someone.
I think we are at least a week away from that sort of scenario.
I think I know it has. Again, you know where I'm on what side I'm on. It has to be 218, but I feel like majority wins. You got the majority votes.
Does part of you think that this Jeffries is going to win? Because I got to tell you, it's not going to happen.
I don't know. He's the one with the most votes. I don't see it going higher than it is, but who knows? Maybe. But who would jump ship? I'm trying to think. Who would be like, all right, I'm going to vote for this Democrat. It's like, no, I don't see them budging. I feel like we're going to be stuck in this for a while. It might even beat where we were 100 years ago.
Yeah, quite possibly. I could see that. I could see that. And the thing is like, because there's no like Jeffries. Excuse me. If Jeffries wanted to give Gaetz a position and Boebert, he could get it done probably, but I don't think that that's ever going to happen.
No, they're like brand new. They're younger than I think we are. I'm not even sure, but
they're trafficking girls younger than we are. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
At least one of them.
Allegedly.
But
I don't know how. If you're under criminal investigation, how you're still. I don't know why that's taking forever. What has it been a year now since that's come out? Maybe more.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more.
What I mean, I don't understand what takes that long. I don't. There are murder cases that take shorter time. I don't know.
No, it's true.
But I don't know. I feel like the Republicans they're all over the place. They don't know which way to vote. They're voting in 3 different ways or 2 different ways. And then they're going to bring a third person. 3 different ways. They got 3 people in there right now. They're probably going to might bring in this 4th person you're saying. They don't know which way to vote. And for them to get to 218, I don't know. It's going to take a long time. What if that doesn't? What if we go months and months and months and we don't get anything? Well, how does that? Is it just they don't work for years? How does this? Because theoretically, this could just keep going like this, right? It's
yes.
Have no end.
Yes.
I mean, what are we doing here?
It could theoretically just keep going. Yeah.
It's so dumb.
It's the way. Yeah. And let me see here, Christine. This is such an embarrassment to our country. What?
Just bring back Pelosi. Just put her in there. She was fine.
This is embarrassing. It is true. But you know what though? Most of disagreements and arguments are embarrassing. At least we can have these kind of conversations. I'm not going to say it's not embarrassing, but I would rather have this level of embarrassment than live in a country where, you don't have the freedom to choose your own leaders and people so that they can embarrass you.
Yeah, I don't know why. Speaker of the House, maybe it should be a public election. I don't know why that isn't the case.
Yeah, I don't know.
We choose everybody in that room except the speaker. I don't know.
Maybe we should just maybe we can settle it with a game of 7-Up.
Okay,
that would be nice. Like that's how.
At least we'll have a resolution. I'm fine with that.
I think that's how we picked the student body president back in the 8th grade, Frank. I'm not 100% sure.
And it worked well back then.
Fresh off of shredding a nice little solo with her brand new guitar. Here comes J-sabs. What up, J-sabs?
How did you know that?
Because it's behind you.
Is right there.
Happy New Year.
It's actually not a guitar. It's a bass. Thank you.
A bass what?
The bass guitar.
Okay.
What are you doing with a bass guitar? You starting a band with your roommate that I don't know about?
Is that yours or your roommate's?
Maybe, maybe not. Do you know? Let's see. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be mysterious. I'm gonna let you guys decide if it's mine or not.
Well, let's hear it. We'll decide really quick if it's yours. It's not yours.
You want to bet?
I don't know. She's playing. It sounds.
No, is it
she's
good? What are you
playing some
playing?
chords.
Pretty good.
That was
Wow.
Master of Puppets, I think.
No, that's next.
Nice.
So Frank can't hate me as much as he'd like to. I'm gonna learn how to play that song and just like perfect it.
I could teach you how to play it.
That's what she said.
You gonna
have a
mansplain
guitar?
it to her?
I'm going to mansplain the guitar to you.
Frank just got excited because he hasn't had anybody to jam with in quite a long time. Now
I
he
don't.
might-
Nobody jams with me anymore.
there might be a band to put together here.
My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my
And I just recently discovered that
bad.
Your roommate plays guitar. Why aren't we jamming?
You didn't know that?
Recently, from when that picture went out. That's when I knew that.
I'll
didn't
tell
know
you
before
why.
that.
Because we're not really friends anymore. That's basically why.
He never
Yeah,
tried
because
getting a word. He never talks about that.
First of
Never
all,
talks-
I tried to get people together and I got a not so nice response. So you know what? You know what, Anthony? And now I know how you feel. And you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
What happened?
It was in the group chat the other day. Or were you
Oh,
not?
I was
reading it
away.
'cause you were looking at your neighborhood group chat.
No, I was away. Was it last week
Like that one.
before New Year's?
I'm sorry. Where'd you go?
I went on a cruise.
Where was it?
We went out of we left out of New York and we went to stopped in Orlando, Florida. Then it stopped in the Bahamas, and then the Royal Caribbean's private island Coco Cay,
Oh yeah,
and then back up to New York.
very nice.
Yeah,
We
Had a
got to get
good
one of
time.
those islands going.
Wait, what dates did you go?
We left the day after Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and we came back Monday.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't give him the. I hope you didn't give him the day off on Monday because of that. I mean, I hope we didn't not do the show because of him on Monday.
That is exactly why we didn't do the show.
I would have done it.
Okay.
I was home. I was home by that time.
You would have not have done. You got home at like 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, didn't you? Or 4 or something,
So?
whatever it was.
We don't do the show until at night Eastern time.
I didn't think you were good to do it.
You didn't ask.
Technically true.
Actually, I was going to go on a cruise last week with my older man friend, but I decided not to.
Was he going on a cruise, your older man friend?
Yeah, he already went on one.
Yeah, I think he's still on it.
I by the
Actually,
way,
you liked my comment, Frank.
I did.
I
It was
have
very
to
funny.
I have to publicly apologize to J-sabs. I don't know when you want to do that. Also, when do you want to do hand out the golden assholes? Should we spread out the categories, or should we just do it all in one shot?
Do it all because I don't know what the categories are. Let's just roll through them.
I don't know what the categories.
You mentioned one category, and then at the end you said,
I'm sorry. Did you
I'm
not
gonna
vote
say what we're
on
doing.
the website? Because I voted.
He clearly didn't. He didn't even know we have blogs.
We have a
that go out.
website.
Huh?
What website? Are we on? What is this? The TV? What are we doing here?
Oh.
All right, what do you want to do first? 'Cause we do-
Apology, obviously.
Okay. All right. I have to publicly apologize to J-sabs. We make fun of her. We make fun of each other quite often, but me personally, I really dig into that homeless person thing that she saw a cute homeless guy once. That has not left her ever. When was it? Sunday
Well,
maybe.
Oh,
Sunday I'm taking my son to the mall because he's like 7. He's at that age. He's like, can we go to the mall? I'm like,
the
He's
mall.
like, you want to go all try to fuck chicks? Yeah. And you're like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go, son.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck in a house with my kids, my wife, and my parents. He's like, you want to go to the mall? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go to the mall. I just said whatever we could do to get the hell out of this house. So we drive to the mall, which is like 25 minutes, half hour away from my house. I come off this highway and there's it's this weird, when you get off on a highway and then you go underneath the highway that
Yeah, underpass.
yeah, there's like an underpass like immediately, but there's like a light there because there's a big road and there's like a light there. So you have to wait at this light. There's always like a homeless person at that light because like, I guess the underpass is right there. And it's a good spot because lots of people get off at the highway. So you get like 20 cars at a clip just waiting at the light.
Okay.
I see this, I don't know, 23-year-old homeless person, girl, kind of hot,
See?
kind of a hot chick. The hottest homeless chick I have ever seen in my entire life. And I go, I'm looking at her. Now, here's the thing. I will try, because I don't know if this is everywhere. I'd love to know in the comments. In New York, you do not make eye contact with a homeless person ever.
No,
Never, no matter where.
never.
Definitely not in Manhattan ever.
I do.
As you come out to the
You
suburbs.
do, of course.
What?
As you come out to this, like if you're in Manhattan and you locate a homeless person, that's it. You don't even want to get close to their eye line.
Oh, you're insane.
As you go out to New Jersey and Long Island, if you see homeless people, you're kind of like, you look and then you just look away. You know, it's okay. You're pretty safe. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, she seems kind of young. And then I'm watching her and she's having an animated conversation. And I'm like, is she really homeless? Like, is she on a Bluetooth? Is this it was at
a camera show?
It got to a point where I looked around to see if there was anybody filming like a TikTok, like if this was one of those TikTok things where I rolled down the window and give her $5. She's going to be like, great news. Here's $1,000. I'm on a TikTok show. Like one of those fucking people.
It's Mr. Beast is just off camera.
Yeah, exactly. Which, by the way, I hate those things so much. Nothing makes me cringe more than the guy that walks around and goes up to like a fucking 6-year-old kid and is like, you want to go to the NBA game tonight? Because I got tickets. And he's like all excited. And I'm like, dude, don't let the kid go with this fucking guy. You don't see this guy?
No.
There's like 10 guys that they're doing all this shit. They're just like handing kids money and they're taking kids to the NBA and everything. Like their families are all excited. And then it's like, I don't see the family after the initial thing. So God, I hope we got tickets for the whole fucking family. There's one guy who like introduces them to like the players. Like they always get to meet the players. I've seen like 2 or 3 of his videos.
That's a weird angle.
Anyway. So I see her. So now I'm like looking, I'm like, is she homeless? And then I'm like, maybe she's just kind of crazy. Like maybe she's just like, in my mind, I just kind of saw like, I don't know, maybe she fought with her family over the holidays and she's like, fuck you guys, I'm leaving. And now she's going to stand out on the side of the road for a couple hours and see. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to see her in this spot again. But I looked at her and I was like, could
she have been a prostitute?
I don't think so. Like, that's the thing too. Her clothes weren't really raggedy.
Right. You said she was good looking. She was hot.
No, she wasn't good. She wasn't. Let me clarify. If this was a bar and it was like 12, if we're getting kind of late, we're getting close to the end of the third period, and I'd be like, okay, I'll give this girl, we'll see if we can give this girl my number. But like, she's a 7 in a bar. She's a 9.5 as a homeless person. I mean, she's a 10 as a homeless person,
I get it.
Okay.
But I've never seen a relatively attractive homeless person before. And in that moment, I saw her and I go, I have to apologize to J-sabs because now I know I was put in that position. I know what it's like. I saw like an attractive homeless person. And you know me, as you know my wife. If they're a little crazy, that's not a negative for me.
Definitely not a negative thing.
That's a positive.
Right.
So did you give her any money?
No, I didn't give her any money.
Okay.
No, he just gave her the D. What's up?
What did this have to do with the mall?
I was on my way to the mall.
Oh, great. Thanks. Good thing you started out with that.
But it was
That had
okay.
everything to do with the
New
story.
Frank. New year, new Frank.
Here's what it had to do with the mall.
New year, new
Just,
me.
edit. You got to edit the story a little.
I went to because I went to the mall 2 days in a row, and then I didn't see her the second day because my son hit me up again the next day. He's like, "You want to go to the mall?" And then I looked around and saw my whole family, and I go, "Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I can't take it anymore."
All right.
It was 9 a.m. You were like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, literally. It was like 2:00, and my mother was like, "I'm making sauce," and it was 2:00, and my son goes, "You want to go to the mall?" And I'm like, "We can go. Let's go get burgers and fries. Let's fucking live."
Go to the mall in California, wherever you want to go, buddy. We're going. We're
We're going to the Mall of America in Minnesota.
You pick a mall, we're going there. Here's a map. Show me where you want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. He could have literally been like, "You want to go to the IRS building and do our taxes?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it."
DMV,
amazing.
I'm down.
That was great.
Honey, you got to renew your license? Let's go. Let's go.
Post office? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sounds good. I need stamps.
All right. So let me give you the second part of this now. So we go to the mall, and my son, he's 7. So he's like, GameStop is like all he's interested in. And
Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret. Yeah. Soon enough. So we're there, and they don't have what he's looking for. And as it turns out, like on our way home is another GameStop. So I'm like, well, we'll just go there. We'll make a second stop. So we go into the second GameStop now, and I'm fresh to death. I'm decked out in like my new Christmas wear. I got my.
Did you say fresh to death?
Fresh to death. I'm fresh to death.
Now I'm leaving with this.
What the hell was that?
I got my brand new hoodie sweatshirt, which I'm sure you guys will see because it's the most comfortable sweatshirt I've ever gotten in my life with my wife. I got some new pants on. My mother bought me shoes. My mother restocked that's all my mother does. I get new socks, shoes. Even though I don't need them, she just buys me the same thing basically every single year.
I love it.
And I'm subject to her taste. And the thing is as I was offended by some of these moves that she made 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, by this point, it's so fucking over. It doesn't matter what I look like when I leave the house. So whatever she buys me, I just go, okay, great.
I can attest to that.
I fucking put it on. It doesn't matter.
You don't care about what you look like.
So I'm in there, and door opens. We're looking at games and stuff. Door opens, and I hear music. I look up, and I see a guy, and he's wearing a leopard furry jacket.
Yes.
A neon green. There's like 5 shirts underneath. One of them is neon green.
Wait, please, God, tell me you took a picture. Go ahead.
Mustard pants.
Oh, yeah.
And I see this out of the corner of my eye, and I look, and he's scruffy beard, and I realize this is a homeless man. Now he walks into the GameStop, and he is just standing there. Okay. So I immediately go, either he's going to pull out a gun and start shooting, or he's just going to come after one of us. And there's my kid just like wandering around. Like he's literally walking right into this guy's arms because he sees like a fucking, Funko Pop. So now I have to get really close to him in order to make sure, like, because then I'm like, if he snatches the kid and runs, like this is going to be, I'm not in the best shape in the world, Plus, I don't really like him that much, so I wouldn't, do one of those.
Put you full force into it.
You go 10 feet. I tried.
Pulled a hamstring,
Yeah.
So he's just standing there, just staring down the rest of the store. So now I like force my kid to go another way, and I look, and there's another dad like 25 feet down the store, and his radar is up because he's got 2 girls there. So he's already he's got like a little fist clench. Like he's already like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna go knock this guy out." So we kind of got a little close to him as we like moved, and he scurried away from us. And then he stood in the new spot that he went to, and he just stood there, and he was just looking around, not like looking at. So like the products are on the wall behind him, and he's just staring out into the store. So now I can't do anything else but like stare at this guy.
Well, what did he look like he was going to do something? What did he? Why were you just because of the way he was dressed? What's going on here?
He's blaring music. is blaring from somewhere. There's a Bluetooth speaker somewhere on his body,
Okay.
blaring music like throughout the whole store. And I don't know what he's clearly crazy looking. I don't know what he's capable of doing. I don't know if he's going to start throwing racks over. If, I don't know.
All right.
So I got my eye on him, and like after like 5 minutes or so, he kind of like slowly keeps making these weird moves to the back of the store, and then he just starts looking at something. And so one of the associates comes over and he starts talking to him, and I'm like, all right, he's just a little like fucking wacky and crazy, and whatever it is. He goes up to the counter just as we're going up to the counter. And I look down at this guy, and as sure as shit, he is wearing the exact same identical sneakers that my mother just purchased for me.
You're lying to me.
Christmas. I swear to God. I will see if D can bring me up the sneakers. But there he is. I look at there's the green
shirt.
shirt.
On the sneakers? Can you zoom in?
Yep, they are Skechers.
Does Frank have these too?
I don't, but those are comfy shoes. Those Skechers are comfy.
And
shoes.
let me tell you something. That they're new because the white is still white.
Yeah.
And the pants look new. I don't think this guy was homeless. I think he's just an eccentric dresser.
Maybe he was just fucking nuts.
I mean, look at the rest of his. I mean, look at this getup up here. Look, there's a belt, there's a blue shirt, there's a light blue Hawaiian shirt. There's the green. He's wearing his entire wardrobe.
I was just going to say he's wearing his entire wardrobe. So
all right, was it me or wasn't it like 4 degrees last week or the week before?
Could I be wearing any more shirts?
Last week was fine. The week before wasn't.
All right. Well, the guy was probably harmless, and I think you overreacted.
Frank, did you make any cruise friends, by the way? I just want to interject here quick.
No, we did not. We talked to people.
Losers.
We didn't get anybody's number, and we're not hanging out with them next week, if that's what you want to know. And we didn't see any pineapples on any doors. We were looking. I had my camera ready. I was going to be, there's one. Didn't see one.
I heard a rumor that there was a pineapple on your door.
Well, that's neither confirmed nor denied, but I don't know what to tell you.
I might have gotten a communication from somebody who said, I thought I saw Frank on the cruise. And he walked into a room with a pineapple on it.
Listen, what happens on cruises?
Care to comment?
Pineapples? No, I don't.
Okay.
No, there was no pineapple. But if there were a pineapple or was a pineapple, then, that's our thing.
What would you do if you were walking on the boat and you saw a door with a pineapple on it?
I would have taken a picture and be like, I wouldn't have done anything.
You would have knocked 3 times. I mean, I don't know how many times you're supposed to knock.
But you have to be like,
it's a
you
rhythm.
have to do the pattern. The pattern.
Like
rhythm. Yeah.
Yes.
I would stand there at a comfortable distance and wait for them to come out.
Just to see who we're dealing with here?
Like a fucking nature photographer, just off of the distance, like, there it is in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they do.
I don't know if I would
have done that too.
I don't know if I would have spent my whole cruise staking out a door in the, on the ship.
I would have staked it out. And then here's my number one question. Do you go to because the cruise is that's a buffet. You're in a buffet food situation.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to sacrifice that if you're going to be swinging with people. You can't have the fucking surf and turf.
Buffet is all day.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, how could you eat like people eat on a cruise and then go, I know, I'm going to go fuck 7 people. I don't understand it.
Oh, you pick your days, maybe that day you don't, That's why you go for 7-9 days or whatever,
Buffet? No, thanks.
No.
Fucking some guy's wife later.
Yeah.
Some guy's wife.
maybe just some bread and butter. Something I can keep down.
Do you have any soup? A bisque, perhaps?
Nothing creamy. No creamy soup. No creamy soup.
Can I get you a third dessert? No, I don't know if you heard, but there's a huge orgy on 7 I'm going to later. And
see, Bird has it right. 7 people first, then buffet. Yeah, you do the buffet afterwards. It's like the cool down.
Is that how it works?
I'm guessing.
But then you're talking about like a 4 o'clock orgy. That seems like is an early bird orgy a thing? Does that exist?
Well, you do. The
On a
buffet,
cruise, it
from what I
does.
understand, from what I understand, the buffet goes around the clock. So whenever you're done, there's always food happening somewhere on the ship. So whenever you start your orgy, and those rooms are not that big, so
Yeah, and I was gonna
people
say
you're fitting in there.
those beds don't really have box springs. They're kind of like just dead. It's kind of hard to bang on those things, isn't it?
You find a way.
Okay,
You make it work.
all right. So there wasn't a pineapple on your door?
Didn't see any pineapples. We were looking for them. We didn't see any pineapples on any doors. A lot of things on doors. There were a lot of stuff. Magnets people put out. I guess to identify their door quickly or whatever the hell. I don't
That's
know what
smart.
that's about.
That is smart.
Yeah, that
I
is
mean, if you
smart.
don't know where your door, I'm sorry, but if by the second time you approach your door, you should pretty much know.
No, there's like 9,000 doors on that thing, and if you're gonna be a little tipsy, like I plan on being on cruise ships, you gotta need a fucking
All right,
sticker
so
on
there
there.
was that. Then there was like, happy birthday this person, and all these other different things, celebrating whatever. But no pineapples.
Was it weird being away? By the way, I had maybe the greatest Christmas ever. I had such a good Christmas. My Kwanzaa and Hanukkah were subpar. Nobody got me anything, but Christmas was fucking off the charts.
Out of the park, nice.
How was it being on the water for like New Year's?
Oh, it was great. We were out at sea at the at midnight when the ball dropped. We didn't watch anything like on TV. There was nothing. Yeah, they didn't show any countdowns except for on the ship. They had their own countdown.
Really? I'm surprised at that.
Yeah, well, they had like a DJ with music going, and the guy was like, "All right, we're 10 minutes away," and then they had all the TVs around had just a countdown clock going.
Were you like in one of the clubs, or were you like in like the main pool deck?
They had clubs going. We were in the pool deck. There wasn't much going on up there, but we were in like the main promenade, like where all the shops and everything were, like the main thoroughfare of the whole ship. It has like the bars and all the stuff. There were hundreds of people, and the guy was up on top like a balcony, and the DJ, and he was counting down. The captain of the ship was up there, and a bunch of other people, and then they counted down, and I have a video of it actually.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah, they counted it down.
Did they start at like 12 or 10?
Did they? No, they started. It was counting down. When they got on the mic, it was at. Let's see. They started at 10.
Oh, okay. I thought like a nautical countdown would have been different.
No, nautical. You're an idiot. Let me see. Okay, so yeah. So once let me see if this is the right video. I took a couple of videos. So there's some music. They're playing loud, like club music.
Yeah, that's fine.
And we get down to it. Let me see. You hear it?
Oh, that was like a party there. Oh, the balloons and
Yeah,
everything.
the balloons down. It was pretty cool. Did you hear it?
Nice.
Yeah, everybody was going nuts. And
Was that a guy with his arm around your wife?
Yeah.
The other one with his tongue in her ear.
Listen, what happens on a cruise ship? She happened to be wearing pineapples at the time on the dress.
Yeah, you gotta love a cruise ship. Just the erratic, insane, crazy, stupid behavior that just doesn't exist in real life. Happens on a cruise ship.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy. There are rules that fly out the window, but we love it. My wife and we are like addicted to cruises now.
What do you like about it the most?
The swinging.
The swinging.
Besides
is
the
good.
swinging.
The orgy followed by the buffet is nice. No, we like the fact that you could do anything or nothing. Like you could get up and go do eat, or you could go dance, or you could go play trivia, or go to the casino. You could do anything you want at any time. Go back to your room. Go out. Everything's available for you whenever you want to do it. and then you stop at an island and you go out and you do stuff there and you come back. It's just that, you know, you got the pools. It's just the options are.
How many people
know,
at this one?
How many people on the ship?
Like 3,500?
I don't know the exact number, but it's probably around there. 2,000, 3,000.
Did you see the same people over and over or no?
You know, I thought we would. We kept saying that. Like we were walking around the ship. We actually ran into someone that we know on the second to last day.
Who? That's crazy.
It's a friend of a friend.
Billy?
It's Billy. We ran into Billy, and we didn't see Billy until the second to last day, and we didn't see them the whole trip. And then we just ran into them at this one thing. We went to a silent disco. Did you ever do that?
What?
Yeah. You put headphones on and music. There's 2 channels. And like if you're on channel 1, your headphones glow green. If you're on channel 2, it glows blue. And everybody in the room,
you dance?
You take your headphones off. There's no sound. It's just the sound of people dancing or whatever. You put the headphones back on. You're listening to the same song or you're listening to the other song. And people are dancing. And it's really weird, but it's cool.
Wait, it's 70s music?
No, it was, there was one channel with like, I guess like just dance music, modern dance music,
You know what I would have done? Just to be a real asshole. Like, some people like, get the rhythm and you see like the same people, like they're listening to that. I would have danced like such a jerk that people are like,
what the hell are they
changing between the channels? Wait, 1 or 2, huh?
I have a video of that actually.
That's one of those things that you do like on a cruise that you just don't do anywhere else, is go to a silent fucking disco.
Yeah. So we're all dancing. And you can't hear any music. And we all got the headphones on. Yeah, the clomping. I think we were doing the Macarena at that point or something. And it was weird.
Great.
I definitely would have made like some sex sounds. People.
Trivia is another cruise ship thing where it's like they got fucking, the trivia on the third deck. You're like, fuck, let's go. We got to go to trivia. And then you get back on land. You're like, you want to go to trivia? And you're like, what are you, fucking crazy? Leave me alone. I'm not going to fucking trivia.
It does depend on your mood. But we were all in on the trivias. We loved them. They were great because they had like a progressive.
So both of you like them.
They had a progressive trivia. It's like, if you go on night 1, you got to go on night 3, and then the next one, and the next one, and then all your points add up to the end. I mean, but of course, at the end, the prize is like
it's a fucking backpack. It's a cruise.
No,
backpack.
I wish it was a backpack. They give you literally. It was a highlighter. There were drink. What are they called? The
koozies
thing. Koozies. Drink koozies. That was a prize.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
And certificates, but it's been like that forever. As long as we've been cruising,
the
prize is always that, a highlighter or a drink koozie or a pen or something.
I won a dance thing on a cruise last time, and I got a free bottle of champagne.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good, and it was like the second to last night.
That's awesome.
But the cruise we did last time, it was like 3,000 people. We kept seeing the same people, but I am a people watcher. So like, I always like pick out people, but I kept seeing the same people. And I'm like, am I not going to see these people? And we were doing different things too. So it wasn't like we were going to the pool at the same time every day. You know what I mean? Like, we met up in the pineapple room one day. Oops.
The upside down pineapple room.
Right.
No, it was fun. And you definitely, you can see the same people every now and then, but for the most part, we were like, these are all new people. Who are they? Because we made full advantage of the whole ship. We went everywhere. It was great.
You didn't befriend anybody?
We didn't befriend anybody.
I'm loser.
Like, we talked to people, and we went to the same table at dinner every night, and there were people next to us that we were like, hey, how was your day? That kind of stuff. But we didn't get their number. I don't even know their name. I don't even think we ever exchanged names.
Well, your wife just made me laugh.
I mean, okay.
Third place on the entire ship, baby. So of course I was accusing first and second place of cheating.
Like it.
We get competitive. All right?
That's such a fucking. I bet you know that they look like fucking cheaters. Those two.
motherfuckers.
I think
You
there's
know
a
what it
Google.
was? The max was 6 people on a team for trivia, and there was one corner that had like 10 people, and we were like, "What?"
Sons of bitches.
And we
What
were
kind
like,
of trivia
we
was it?
want that damn highlighter. No, it was general knowledge. For the
Oh,
for
really?
the most part, it was general knowledge, but then they had like themed ones. But the progressive one was just general stuff.
Do you ever do trivia here?
We did during the pandemic, but we haven't done it since.
Because there is a local bar here that always does different theme trivia nights, and I always want to do it.
Is it 123 Social? Is that the name of the
No,
people who run the trivia? Because that's we did
oh,
that.
I don't know who runs it, but
I've never been. I just want to say this to everybody. I've never been invited to any of these.
This isn't
so-called
an
trivia nights.
this isn't an invite thing. This is
well, you know what, Anthony? I would ask you to go, but would you tell me you don't want to?
No,
Or
I
just
would.
not answer me.
I'm happy to attend.
we would go. Erin and I would go.
Yeah, I would love to go.
The
An
problem
evening
is it's
trivia.
during the week. It's not like on a weekend. It's
I
like
forget it.
yeah. See, I know.
During well, we were all locked down, during COVID. There was I think it was called 123 Social or something like that, and you would sign up, and you would go on like Zoom or something. They'd give you the code, and there would be like 50 people, 50 random people that bought a ticket to this trivia night, and there would be a host, and it would be like Seinfeld themed or
Oh, you would win that.
whatever theme, and it would have trivia questions, and my wife, we would do it. It was fun. It would be like an hour in the middle, in the middle of the week or something, and you win gift cards and whatever. And it was pretty cool.
I'll tell you who does it, but they have like Mean Girls trivia one. Like there was one just dedicated just to the movie Mean Girls.
No, I would fail that one.
My roommate would have won that one. Like no joke.
Is he a big Mean Girls?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesus. I knew that.
Saw that movie once a long
Christmas
time ago.
trivia. I see another one.
That's a good one.
Christmas movie trivia too.
Oh, that's a good one. See,
That's
I'd
a
like
really
to do
good one.
that.
That's a real good one.
Oh wait, and they do this somewhere by you?
Yeah.
See, why aren't we friends anymore?
We should do that. We'd go to that.
Nobody ever invites me to trivia. Deanna, I won the cruise version of Don't Forget the Lyrics. That's the
Those
thing
are
about
fun.
a cruise. Like, you will get up and play any sort of bizarre game show just because the cruise director, has a microphone.
This is true. And also I've done karaoke on cruise.
We've all done crazy shit on a cruise. We sit
Oh,
there
I
and
always
go,
do karaoke, so that's not really
What's your
out of the norm
karaoke
for me.
song?
God. I
think we
have-
talked about this a while
Yes.
ago.
Britney
Britney Spears. Yeah.
Yeah, I also like to do "You Ought to Know" by what's her face? Why are you
Alanis Morissette?
laughing? Yeah. You ought to know. A little
It's a good one. It's a good one.
that's a classic.
piece for you.
So let's do a trivia. We could do a trivia night.
All right, let's set it up.
I'm in. Anthony's
We
not
should,
going,
here's
no
what I would
matter
love
what
to
it
do.
is.
I would love to spend a week behaving like we were on a cruise ship. When
Oh,
we're not.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah. Just doing all the crazy things.
We'll go to the casino in Queens.
Yeah.
Every now and then, pop in there.
Just sit there and decide which of the 7 places we can get an egg and make a big deal out of which one we like. Do we want the buffet eggs or the dining room eggs or the specialty
Problem
restaurant
is,
eggs?
You got to pay for those eggs.
You
You can't just walk in with a plate and walk out.
We should designate a captain of the ship and just make a big fucking deal. Oh, everybody's like, "Oh, the captain! The captain's here." Look at who's the fucking shit about the captain.
By the way, the captain, God bless him, but he was the most annoying guy. Every now and then he would, and he would
Into the
come on
room.
the speaker, into the room.
When you're trying to
Like,
plow
dude,
someone else's wife,
What the
yeah, I get
hell's
it.
going? Get out of here! He just come onto the PA system and just talk for literally like 10 minutes, and whatever you were doing, trivia or whatever, stops because he takes over all the microphones, all the speakers, whenever he comes on.
He
Well,
interrupted
that's annoying.
trivia.
Yeah, he would interrupt whatever's going
Son of a
on.
bitch.
Stopped.
Boom, we're about to hit an iceberg. And
Yeah.
Aaron's like, oh, fuck, really? An iceberg?
And they
Well,
always
I was-
have some fucking non-descriptive, over-sexual European accent where you don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
like,
know where.
"Hey, welcome to the cruise."
How was your cruise director?
He was fine. We never really ran into him. He hosted a couple of things, but I think we
You're gonna
saw
let-
him host
I just
one game
remembered
show, and
something.
that was it. What?
What'd you say?
I just remembered something, and you're gonna make fun of me. Me and the roommate hung out with our cruise director.
You're such a loser.
What the hell?
Yes.
What are you doing?
After the cruise. Okay, so it was
After
the cruise?
yeah, after the cruise.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Frank.
not here. So it was when we went on our honeymoon, we did a cruise around the French Polynesia. Bougie, I know. And it was 10 days. And then when we came back to Tahiti, we got off the ship and we stayed at an overnight, overwater bungalow for 2 nights, right?
Mhm.
We went to eat someplace and our cruise director that was there. But because it was such a small ship, it was only 600 people. He knew me, of course, because I did karaoke on that one too. And he was like, "Hey," and we were like, "Hey." So we hung out with them for a little bit I think it was at the bar.
Did you exchange numbers and Facebook and all that?
No, we didn't. Surprisingly, that was before, this is 16 years ago now. So
Oh, this is
They
pre-social.
didn't even have cell phones back then.
right.
All right.
Imagine I would cry right now if that was the case. Then I'd
You know-
feel old.
You know what the sad thing is? I think we would all have an amazing time on a cruise together, but it will never happen.
I
No,
would
never.
love that. I thought while we were on the cruise, we were like, we should invite, everybody, but nobody would go all together. I know our cop buddy is like terrified of the water, right?
No, he's going on a cruise. The fuck are you talking about?
What?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No. Christmas dinner, he told me.
Get out of here.
Actually, his wife was like, "Yeah, we're going on a cruise." Thanks
Yeah,
for
but
the
they're
invite.
they're not going on our good cruise. Oh, sorry.
A kid
Oh, is it like
oriented.
is it
We're
really
going on a
like
Disney
a,
cruise.
Oh,
all
wait a
right,
minute.
that's
I thought it
good.
was like an Alaska one.
I thought
Alaska
oh, maybe
ones are
it
good too.
was. Maybe it was.
I've heard, to be fair, like we do researches on all these cruises, and we know people that go on cruises, and anybody who said that they've been on an Alaska cruise raves about it.
No,
I
They
know.
go in skeptical, and then they ended up loving it. I worked with someone who went on an Alaska cruise for his honeymoon. He said he loved it.
there is no way that cannot be fun.
I don't know what to tell you. Like they do you go whale watching and you do all this kinds of stuff and the views. I don't know what it is. You can't go in the outdoor pools. I guess is the only setback.
I don't know. I don't think I would like
Everybody
it.
raves about them. I don't know.
But people say the Disney cruises are the best ones. They do say that.
Yeah, but that's Disney freaks.
Well, that's
I feel.
No, it's
families and
not.
kids.
It's not Disney freaks. It's like people are like they have the best food, they have the best activities, and I'm like, really? I don't know. They love them.
Could be.
They're
I'll go
the
on a Star
most
Wars
high-rated
cruise.
ones.
How much Star Wars is on these Disney cruises
That right.
Now a lot.
that I'm in?
They have full on Star Wars weeks
Oh, dude,
where it's like all Star Wars all the fucking time.
that's good. See, I'm in. I'm in for that. Why not? So
Sorry.
I think
I was just
think-
enjoying the sign. I just
There
loved
was a-
that 3
Like,
seconds. I could have stopped it, but I chose not to.
that was good. Yeah, it was an awkward. Someone had to say something.
Oh,
But I would love that if we got a bunch of us to go on a cruise. I think that would be a great trip.
how many of us would you think would end up in an orgy?
Oh, good question. With each other or separate?
don't
Because I'd like to
know.
go to separate. Or I don't want to be in an orgy with anybody that I know.
It's a good question. I don't know who would
That is a
participate
good question. That's another
Yeah,
good
and
question.
in an orgy. I have no
She
idea.
would never be in an orgy ever, ever.
No, none of us would. I don't think
Guys, I'm
any of us would.
offended.
I wouldn't say none of us, but definitely not Janine.
Well, I don't see any of us. Out of our friends, I don't see any of us participating in.
Oh, we got
that.
orgy people.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Or just cuck people.
Oh, we got a lot of cuck people.
Oh, that I could see.
You can, Frank?
No, I think no. The orgy. I don't think any of us are into that. That I know of. But maybe
Oh, we got some
knows?
cuckers in the group too. What are you crazy?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, can I bring this up because this was the blog that I was talking about? Did you see Trump cucking Aldean's wife or cucking
I did see
Aldean?
that. But that's
did.
not cuck. You know what? I saw it because you posted it on Twitter. It's not cuck.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Can we show it?
Yeah, let me get it up on the screen. It's
what
at
she said.
anthonyonair.com. We put it up, but I'll get it up on the screen for everybody. I would have gotten up and slapped the fuck out of him. I don't care how bad I would have been taken down by Secret Service after the fact.
Make
Alright,
it
so he
bigger.
put his-
That's what she
he's-
said.
Behind her, hands on the shoulders, and kiss on the forehead.
Yes, this is Brittany Aldean's Instagram, and she put this out after the fact too, which makes it even worse. Like, not that it just happened, but she chose to. Okay, here you go, Instagram world. Here's fucking President Trump comes over, Biden's her with the fucking shoulder grip. He's got two of his meat puppets on her fucking,
And guarantee he's looking straight down.
and she like put her
Okay.
hand. Look at her hand on top of his hand, and she's leaning into him, and he kisses her on the forehead. I am sorry. But
See
there-
this right here? This is how I wish a certain friend of ours, father, would acknowledge me and kiss me hello and goodbye.
You have deep daddy issues. I don't
Yeah,
know what
Actually-
happened.
You got
This is-
something going on.
Actually, this is how I imagine it looks when we do say hello and goodbye to each other. It's not. Okay.
I think his wife needs to be careful. He's got some competition.
Yeah, no shit. I
I
would.
don't think so. I think some people are just. He is handsy. Obviously, grab my pussy. He is handsy,
Oh,
and she
this
likes
is
it.
okay, but you'll attack Biden the second he
Sniff someone.
Sniff so he can't. The guy can't sniff someone.
Sniffing a stranger. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you
no,
have to
that's pretty
explain to me how this is
Make
not.
it bigger. Make it bigger.
I mean, he's fucking. For what purpose? On what planet do you need to kiss? Unless you're kissing your 5-year-old daughter goodnight, there is no reason to kiss another female besides your own wife on the fucking forehead. None whatsoever.
You think there was an orange streak on her forehead after he pulled away,
You're a dick.
like Doritos, like a Cheeto stain?
I don't.
Are you kidding me? Okay,
I-
let me put this in terms that you can understand. That's your husband kissing another woman on the forehead. You wouldn't fucking be pissed off going, what female friend of yours could your husband kiss on the forehead that you would be like, okay.
A certain friend of ours, father's wife. There we go.
Yeah, if they're looking to make some kind of arrangement, then that's what it is.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
you get a little jealous though, so you wouldn't like it if some other guy kissed your wife on the forehead.
No, I would not.
But the thing is, it's not like a friend. He's an old man.
Do you think? Let's go benefit of
You
the
know what I
doubt here,
mean?
which I rarely do for this jerk. But do you think?
Wait, hold on. Let me get ready for this because I'm not ready. Frank, go ahead.
Do you think he meant to kiss her on the top of the head, and she turned, and he got the forehead? Is that more acceptable? Top of the head?
Oh, maybe. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. But I don't like any of it. Her embrace of him, his hands on the shoulders, the kiss on the forehead.
You know what
Yeah.
it looks like to me? It looks like maybe something bad happened to her, and he's like, "I'm so sorry," and kissed her on the forehead.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that at all.
Yes, it does.
What bad happened to her? It looks
I
like
don't
she
know,
just.
maybe like one of her parents passed away or some like something bad, and he just kissed her on the forehead.
Well, what was the post? She posted it, right? What did
She
she say?
posted it. First of all, that's it. If this happened to me and I didn't get up and slap the ever loving fuck out of the guy, and then my wife went and posted it online, that fight would
But
never end.
But come on, he's an old man. He's
I
an
don't
old
give a
man.
shit.
What does that mean?
It's like I
She's
don't
saying
know.
it's less threatening because he's
Yes,
like
it
an
is.
old man.
It is, unless you're
You know what's weird? I'm
Unless
looking.
you're Janine.
Her name is Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany Aldean.
I'm looking on her. It was Instagram. I'm looking on it. I don't see.
It's a swipe one, so it wasn't the first
Oh, I see.
photo.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what her post was for this? I mean, it's one of 7 pictures, and it says a fairy tale ending to 2022.
Yeah. I bet you've been
It's one of 7.
dreaming about getting kissed on the forehead by fucking Chester Cheeto. That just makes me even more enraged.
No, I bet you something bad happened, and he was saying he was sorry.
I doubt that very much.
I'm telling you, if I'm Jason Aldean, first of all, I would not be wearing a fucking cowboy hat. Okay.
That's what he always wears, right?
Second of all, yeah, like calm the act down. You're at a fucking New Year's Eve party. You're not performing. Second of all, as Trump picked his head up, he would already have my fist in eye view. It would already fucking be there. And
so
that
if
guy
Dave Matthews came over and kissed your wife on the forehead.
Shit.
Would
All right,
you
let me
knock
think
him out?
about this? Can I lick her forehead afterwards?
You can.
Then I wouldn't be upset.
All right. So they.
I wouldn't punch him. I'd be like, tell me about how you wrote Ants Marching.
Did you get the 3 notes in your head and just you couldn't stop from there? Blah blah blah.
Even
blah blah.
even Dave Matthews would get a full-on hairy knuckle sandwich from me after.
If he did, so take these 3 people and replace each one of them with you, your wife, and Dave Matthews.
I'd punch Dave Matthews in the fucking face.
Yeah.
It would break my heart. It would break my heart.
Never.
I would punch him in the face, knowing full well I would be arrested. I'm pretty sure if you hit a former president, that is against the law, and you will. That guy behind him is definitely going to take. That guy's going to take the shit out of me.
He's eyeing up Jason Aldean pretty good. Like
he
I'm
knows.
watching this guy. He's ready to pounce.
Look at him. Look at this Secret Service guy. He's on cuck watch right now. He's like, is this cuck going to get out of hand and start swinging?
I bet. What do you think his the Trump's Secret Service name was?
Oh,
it's probably like
I could probably find that out.
Cuckmaker.
I told you, a girl I know, her husband was one of his Secret Service.
I have to think, all kidding aside from this awful thing that he did, it'd probably be pretty fun to be on Trump's Secret Service detail.
No, it wouldn't.
They moved from Virginia to Florida. They're in Florida now, and they might move back he's going to run again, so they're going to have to move back again.
That's if he wins.
Right.
I think out of all the former presidents, he's the best one to get.
Oh yeah, most interesting, right?
Yeah, because you're in Florida. They're fucking nice dinners every night. You know, he's on the fucking golf course. Like, it's not a hard detail. Like, I think it's an easy detail. You're at the beach on your days off. Like, it's a nice
you're having dinner with Klan members. It's all good, right?
Well, the occasional. Listen, I'd rather accidentally have dinner with a Klan member than be like, God, I hope I don't open this door and see a fucking, a minor in here, coming into Epstein's friend's detail.
Well, that's true, but
like, I wouldn't want to protect Clinton. That's fucking out. To be honest, Bush 2,
on the same island.
Bush 2 is too hot in fucking Texas. I can't be bothered.
Well, this guy was on the same island.
And Obama would be miserable because, first of all, Obama lives in Washington, so fuck that. And he fucking works still, so that's not fun.
Boring, right?
Yeah, who wants to be Trump is living the retired life.
So so you get Secret Service for the rest of your life, right?
Right.
That's how it works?
Technically, yes, but Jimmy Carter has they did just put a Nest camera on him. That's all they got. don't give
It's a
shit
baby
about-
monitor.
Yeah.
Well,
It's messed
so,
up.
so I guess the girl that I know, she's always going to be working for him then.
Wait, what?
Well,
Say that again.
I don't know. I'm sure the number of Secret Service agents drops when you're no longer in office. I'm sure he doesn't have the same amount of Secret Service people as he did when he was in office.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, but they still have a lot, and he has a lot.
Yeah.
If you're the last guy, Obama still has a lot.
Yeah. They say that you don't drive anymore. You're done driving.
Yeah.
For
Really?
your life.
Like no bullshit. Jimmy Carter, I think, has like 3 or 2. Like he's down to almost practically nothing because nobody gives a shit. If anybody tried to kidnap him, he'd be dead before he got into the van. He just wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yeah, the guy's still building houses, dude. He's like
He's
90-something years old, and he's
Building
still
more houses than I've ever built.
He's still going, still building those houses.
That motherfucker's working at Home Depot on the weekends.
I'm telling you, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
he's
that's
not kissing
ridiculous.
country guys' wives.
I'd fucking kill this guy if he did that. I don't get. And this is the thing that only like,
Jealous guy. You're so jealous.
Man, this is the line. This is the line for you. This is what make you punch him. Nothing else he's ever done.
Frank. I'm sorry if somebody came up to your wife and kissed your wife on the
Yeah.
forehead, you'd be okay with that.
Yeah, no. I mean, it depends. You know, if you're, did you do it? Did you? What if I kissed Dominica on the forehead like that?
I would be
Knocking me out.
Yeah, probably.
Not that I would do that. I'm just.
I'd find that even more weird because you should know better.
That's true. I wouldn't do that. No, that's a knuckle sandwich. But you're not. You're gonna get your ass handed to you by Secret Service. That's true.
Like, let's say like a coworker of your wife comes over and like kisses her on the fucking forehead. You wouldn't be enraged
dude.
for the rest of the night.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
dude,
What if
what the
something
fuck?
really bad happened to your wife, and this person felt bad for her and kissed her on the forehead?
What are you basing this off of?
I just feel like
She called this
That's-
picture, these group of pictures, a fairy tale ending
She
to
is just trying to
2022,
build a scenario where
where it's okay that President Trump looks okay.
no.
your brother, no, your brother's father-in-law can kiss her on the forehead. That's what she's doing. She's laying the groundwork.
Let me write this down. Hold on a minute. I haven't used this one yet. Oh,
That's a big smooch on the head, though. And she
I
looks like
feel
she's
like-
enjoying it.
all joking aside, I feel like a kiss on the forehead from someone or on the top of your head is like an I'm sorry sort of thing. I'm sorry for what you've gone through.
In a normal situation, maybe.
Yeah. I really
but
do.
I
I
don't
think
think
that's
what
like
this is.
what's worse, this or on the lips?
It's
The
close.
lips, but
It's close.
They're both, they're not great.
It's close.
Really.
Yeah, it's really close.
Same reaction if he kissed her. I mean,
It's close.
whoa, that's weird.
What do you? Can you be on the show instead of listening to it?
No, I wanted to see
Who's
the
close?
the Aldean thing, but yeah, they're both not great.
They're both not great, but like a kiss on the cheek is okay. That's not threatening at all. That's like a "Hey, how are you?" kind of thing.
Yeah, kiss on the forehead's a little too
Kiss-
personal.
That's an intimate. Yeah, thank you. That's a personal, intimate fucking. And look at her. She's looking at her hand on his hand. This is an. She looks like she's fucking having an orgasm right now. She's making an orgasm face.
Yeah, I can't imagine. You have to. Do you have to wipe your forehead?
I'm
after he
sorry.
pulls away too.
And then she posted it on Instagram. That's not her fucking phone. That's some friend snapping a picture of it. And she goes, "Send that to me so I could put it on
Send
Instagram."
that to me.
That's true.
Okay. All right.
True.
This is the guy in the cowboy hat and the earring is the biggest cuck in America that we have right now.
And by the way, look at all those glasses. How many fucking drinks are there?
He didn't. That's exactly. She didn't even know that she was getting kissed by him. She was like,
Man.
"Daddy."
She's got her fucking big old titty shirt hanging out. Like, she's fucking, this
Yeah,
is
it's
her
not
dream.
great. It's not great.
Not a great look.
I'm getting. I'm
Look what Aaron wrote.
yelled at in the comments.
Are you?
Yeah.
My wife writes, Erin, she goes, our next get together, everyone is going to be forehead kissing. You've been warned.
No, there will be no forehead kissing.
You want to bet?
It's gonna happen. Where are you getting? What are you talking about, J-sabs?
Somebody just
Oh,
said,
I see. Got it. I was looking for your stuff.
pussy grabber, consoling a hot woman with boots out. Seriously, J-dabs.
I like J-dabs. Maybe we
Me
should
too.
change
I
it.
think I like that one better.
You have to dab though every time someone says J-dabs.
All right, here's another weird thing. I went to see a lot of movies over the break, and my wife and I, we saw Avatar.
Oh, how was it?
I loved it. And can I tell you, I don't understand people that don't love it. Like,
It's the story.
you're going there to... The story is secondary to me.
Well,
And I thought the
should it
story
be?
was good.
Oh, the second one. The first
Second
one was kind of, unobtainium. What is that?
Oh, I know. Okay, you're not gonna like the first one. Then you're not gonna like the second one. Then.
Oh God. Hard to getium? Were they looking for that?
Well, you know that the Avatar ride at Disney is still one of the most popular rides after how many years?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm
Yeah.
not doubting that, and I'm not doubting its popularity or the visual effects are what's it called? Groundbreaking. They're amazing. But
Are they Republicans? Is that why you don't?
no, what I'm saying is, can you come up with something better than unobtainium? Was it, I feel like that was
I
the
don't even know what the
placeholder.
fuck that is. I don't remember that movie at all.
So in the first movie, I guess the Earth government, whatever, it must have been the United States, I'm not sure. Whatever government is on this planet, and they're trying to dig for a mineral called unobtainium.
Oh,
But it
Was
happens
that really
to be
what
like,
it was called? I don't remember
yeah,
that.
That's what it was
how the
called.
fuck do you remember that?
I
You
don't know.
remember a lot of stuff about movies.
I know, but
This is why he kills in trivia.
Trivia.
it's true. But and then it's under the sacred tree of the people that live there, and there's a war that goes on. Not a terrible story, but it was just, I don't know, that plus the actor they got to be the lead was like, he wasn't like the
Guy that
I feel like they could have gotten someone way better.
better.
All right. Well, anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. We saw it in 3D. You put the glasses on or whatever. But
I'm sure it was great.
I found myself thinking of this. I'm gonna get in trouble with my wife for saying this. I could bang one of the Avatar chicks, like
you?
tail and all, hair, blue skin. I don't think any of it would bother me.
Sick. You're sick. Could you kiss them
You
on
know
the
that-
top of their head?
I would.
They're like 10 feet tall
Really?
Yeah.
compared to we lost Jason. Yeah, they're like 10 feet tall because compared to a person, like in the first
Yeah.
movie, they had them side by side, and they're
They're
huge.
huge.
I
Yeah,
don't think you
huge.
could handle that.
I'm not saying I can. I'm not saying I would please her, but if they got drunk enough off of whatever tree sap they drink over there, I think I could be like, all right,
All right,
give
good
this a
for you.
try.
Good for you.
Yeah, because you're telling me you're not a little curious to see what happens when they put their little ponytail hook thing on your tickle your balls a little.
Well, not till now. I haven't thought of that. You've given me a lot to think about. I was a little worried about where that tail was going to go when you brought it up. So they connect with you.
Keep it in the front.
certain
Keep it in the
way.
whoa.
Hey, whatever works for you. But yeah, you never see. I don't know if there are any in the second one. Were there any like overweight? Like
No.
they're all that
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
And I don't want to ruin this for anybody, but the planet that they're on, like we learn a lot more about it. There's more to it than the people that we meet in the first movie.
I get you.
Which I think is interesting. I liked it. I thought it was really, really good.
All right. What else? What other movies?
Emily the Criminal, is that what it's called? With Aubrey
Oh.
Plaza
On Netflix?
on Netflix.
Isn't that a show or is that a movie?
It's a movie.
The Criminal
Breaks my heart,
It's a
but
movie.
it wasn't that great.
Wasn't that good?
Nah, it's like a little story. It's like one of those movies where like, here's a little story, and then it just ends, and you're like, oh, okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
so now Aaron and I on the cruise saw this movie that I had no idea existed, and there's like 100 people in it.
I wonder if you're
Called-
going to say what I'm going to say is the best movie.
Probably not.
Go ahead.
Probably not. It's from like the 90s.
Oh, no.
Oh, really? From 2008, apparently.
Okay. It's from the 90s. No, it's not 2008.
If you watch this movie, you would swear it's from the 90s.
Okay.
It's called Street Kings.
Street Kings?
Street Kings.
Never heard of it.
Keanu Reeves is the star. You got Chris Evans. There's Forrest Whitaker and a handful of other people. And it's like this weird, it's a weird cop movie, LA. We watched it reluctantly. It was on. It was like the only thing on. So we watched it like 10, 15, 20 minutes in. We missed trivia because we were like,
holy shit.
we had to see how this thing played out. But it was just so weird. Every cop was dirty. Every single one of them. It was just the weirdest movie. It was like a Keanu Reeves weekend because then there was another movie called Replicants that Keanu Reeves was in. But we had to, we had to get off the ship. We couldn't finish watching it because they were all right. Gotta go now. We were in our room and they kept coming up with a loudspeaker. If you have this luggage tag, you have to go. And we're like, but we want to see the end of this. Replicants. He like clones his whole family because they died in a car accident, and he comes up with these clones. He's like this crazy scientist, and he uploads their memories into these clones, but something's not right, and who God knows what happens because we didn't see the end of it. But it was interesting. It was a Keanu Reeves type vacation.
I like that. God knows what happens because we didn't see the end of it.
We had to get off the ship. They wouldn't let us watch the end. All right, what other movies did you watch?
So you were all Keanu Reeves all the time?
Apparently, those are the only two. Like there were a couple other movies. We watched Cocoon was on. That was a good one. Did you ever see Cocoon?
Was there any new movie? Because they have new movies on boats. Why didn't you go watch like a new movie?
Oh, they have like the ones you have to sit outside in the by the pool, but they weren't that good. The ones that they were showing. I can't remember what they were, but they weren't that good.
All right.
What were yours?
What else did we see? Okay. Oh, I saw Puss in Boots with the kids.
That was
all
that.
right. That was all right. You wanted to talk about you want to see a really good movie that's for kids but kind of for adults?
Okay.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God, it was so adorable.
Is that in theaters or on some streaming thing?
No, it was in theaters. I actually had to pay for it because it's not on any streaming service. Like you could buy it on Apple TV, but it's not on like Netflix or anything. Yeah, you never heard of it? Okay, so here's what happened. This guy, do you know Jenny Slate?
Yeah.
She's like a comic.
Yep.
She was going out with this, I might not even have this full story right, but she was going out with this filmmaker and he made this short film about this shell with little tiny legs and shoes. And he has one eye and a little mouth that moves.
Oh my God. Okay. I do know somewhat about. I didn't know that was the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Like 6 years ago, he uploaded this clip that went like super fucking viral, like crazy viral.
Okay.
And it was like this phenomenon, like Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. So they made a movie out of it and like expanded on it. And it was like the most adorable fucking story about this little stupid shell. I was like, but my kids watched it and we were into it. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good.
It looks good. I've only seen little clips, but it looks good. And every time I see it, like there's like on YouTube, they do these trailer mashups with set to music, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And they did. There's a guy called Sleepy Skunk. He does a good one, and he does every year's movies. He does a bunch of all the movies of 2022. And there was a couple of clips from this in it, and I was like, "What the hell is this? This looks really cool." So I'm glad it's good. We're gonna look into that one.
It's good. Watch it when you have time. Like it is extraordinarily slow paced.
Oh, really?
Like it is, and it's hard because especially if you watch it with kids. Like we were losing my son a little bit here and there in a couple moments, but they stuck with it for the most part, and it was fucking lovely. It was really, really good.
Oh, good. All right.
I want to read the categories because then we got to do the awards and then go. Like half this stuff I got to talk about from vacation. I have a lot of thoughts, Frank.
Okay.
We'll have to save for the next episode. But
Oh, my butch.
but I want to I want to hand out the golden assholes before we go.
All right.
But the
Go
best.
ahead.
I want to say this first before we get to that. The best movie of the year, in my opinion. I don't know if this is going to get the golden asshole. It's not up to me. It's up to the AOA holes.
Right.
Was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Wait, hang on one second.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. So I have been watching fucking TikTok, and every douchebag film critic, like hanging out in his mom's basement, film critic TikTok guy has been like, Everything Everywhere All at Once is. Oh, there's Dexter.
Yeah, he was eating my sock, so I had
Nice.
to pick him up.
Nice.
So that sounds familiar. What was that one about?
Everybody's everybody's talking about it. It's the greatest film of the year. It's the greatest film of the year. And I went into it like, all right, I got to see what the fuck everybody's talking about. It's one of those movies where, like, not 90%, but like 60% of the way in, you're like, what the fuck is happening? I don't understand what's happening.
Mhm.
I'm in, but I don't know what's going on. And then you like just get through the whole thing, and you're like, fuck, that was really good. It was like philosophically wonderful. It was like funny, yet action packed, yet like story driven and philosophical. And
Who's in it?
Who's in it? I don't even. Jenny. First of all, Jenny Slate is in it. It's like the year of
Okay.
Jenny Slate, and we had 2 days of Jenny Slate. The girl who was in it, she was in Crazy Rich Asians, wasn't she? Yeah, the rich mother in Crazy Rich Asians, which she kind of reprises that role a little bit in this movie, ironically. I don't know where the guy is from. I've seen him in stuff before, and I've seen the daughter and stuff too, and I don't know where I've seen her.
I think Oscar worthy, Oscar buzz.
I think it's going to win the Oscars. Yeah.
What about Whale? Or the Whale?
Yeah, I don't know about Whale. I mean, people keep talking about Whale, and yeah, we didn't see Whale, but Whale
Gotta
is
see that.
sad from what I hear.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be sad, but
Everything I hear about Whale is fucking sad.
everybody's, he's probably gonna. Everybody's saying he's gonna win. Brendan Fraser.
Oh, Marvelous Mrs. That's right. Thank you. The daughter's from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She dates the son, the ex-husband. Whatever the fuck. Watch it, Frank. It is good. It's on Showtime right now. You got
Really?
Showtime?
Yeah. No, I don't think I do. I'd have to check. Is it on anything else?
That's it. Just watch that movie.
All right.
It's so fucking crazy and all over the place. Like,
No, I meant, is it on anything else? Is it on
Oh, no.
streaming?
no,
Okay.
only Showtime right now.
Showtime. Okay.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the golden assholes. Let's hand out some golden assholes,
All right, let's do it.
because this is a big deal. We put up some of the categories at the end of the year. Everybody could go and vote on. Frank and I are putting on our virtual tuxedos. We've got a special backdrop, so production is
Look at
big for
that.
that.
Oh my, I'm impressed.
Look at that! Look at that golden asshole right there.
That's a beautiful thing right there.
That's a nice thing. We are gonna hand out some of these virtually to people. So, all right, I guess we'll start with best movie.
Best movie. Here it is. Didn't see all of them. Did you? Which one gets your vote?
Well,
Marcel or
I-
Everything Everywhere All at Once is probably.
let me go to Cuddles. If you had to pick between Marcel and Everything Everywhere All at Once, which one would you pick? She'd pick Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, it's close, but I would pick that too.
All right, I've only seen 3 of these movies.
Let me just say this. Can I just say this about? Let me go back. I gotta say this. I said this to my wife. Everything Everywhere All at Once was tailor made for people between the age of 36 and 44. Like,
That's us.
if you are in between the age of 36 and 44, and you're
90s
just
references.
no,
Oh, okay.
but if you're just like floating through life, going, "What the fuck is happening?
Hmm.
What is going on?" Watch this movie. It will be so reassuring to you.
All right.
You'll just be like, everything's going to be okay. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. That's how much I fucking loved it.
Wow.
I just, yeah.
All right.
And you know, it's funny. I watched it with I gotta say this low. I watched it with my father, and he was like, "This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen." And I'm like, "You're 75. You don't.
This
It's
is
not for you." Yeah.
Well,
Because Frank, there are some crazy, wacky moments, like wacky moments in this movie.
Okay.
But it is good nonetheless.
All
All
right.
right. What are we starting with? Best movie. Would you, Frank, do me the honors of reading out the nominees, please?
The nominees are Smile, Top Gun Maverick, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Turning Red, The Woman King. Woman King, I don't know that one. Emily the Criminal, Fire Island, and Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. That was pretty good.
Okay. And the winner is
Your microphone muted.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that?
No. We sacrificed the announcement of the name for the drum roll.
I don't know why that. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I could hear you. I don't know
Okay.
what the hell happened to your mic.
With an astounding 48% of the vote, Top Gun Maverick wins
Wow.
the Golden AOA-Hole Best Movie 2022.
Very good. I would have voted for that one because it's the only one that Glass Onion and what's the other one I saw? A Smile.
Oh, I was Smile. People said it was actually good.
It was good. I
can't
thought
be-
it was okay.
Oh, it's so scary.
It was pretty good. I thought it was.
I think 48% of the vote is the biggest margin we've had in all the
That's pretty good.
votes. All right, best album: the 1975, Larkin Poe, Always, Tyler Childers, Florence and the Machine, Maggie Rogers, Beyonce, Banks, Harry Styles, The Weeknd, Eddie Vedder, Maren Morris, Tears for Fears, Charlie XCX, Frank Turner. Big category.
I am so old. I don't know half of these people.
I know. Lots of nominees. I was shocked by this one.
Were you?
Shocked.
What do you got?
With 32% of the vote. Tears for Fears, The Tipping Point, won.
Good for them.
I feel like
All right, you got to get control of your drum roll, buddy.
I don't know what's going on with
What's
this fucking-
happening here?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I feel like we might have been hijacked by a group of Tears for Fears fans. 'cause-
Welcome to your life.
By the way, did you see the fucking? Oh, you didn't see it because you were on a cruise ship. We're watching Dick Clark's New Year's Eve.
Right.
Going, hasn't Dick Clark been dead for like 12 years, and they still named the show after him?
It's his show. He started the whole thing.
And fucking Duran comes out as like the big, just before the end of the new year, performer, and I'm like, holy shit! Like you look around the crowd, and like nobody knows
Like,
fuck
who the
these
hell is
people
this?
are. Yeah, swear to God.
Oh, here's a good point from someone in the chat. Christine Colson, where's Taylor Swift's album?
Huh. Where's Taylor Swift's album? Wasn't she on here?
She's not on there. You dick.
Wow, we didn't nominate Taylor Swift.
That is disappointing.
This is a fierce oversight by the nominating committee.
I think the whole thing is out of whack now. We can't trust any of that.
I mean, bunch of assholes put this together when you think about it. So
I'll give you that.
Wouldn't be surprised if we missed some. All right, best TV show. You want to read the nominees?
Sure. Abbott Elementary.
Wait, hold on a second there, Frankie.
Are we drum rolling?
No. I'm going to drum roll before the winner. Go ahead.
Okay. Abbott Elementary. Survivor. Irma Vep. The hell is that? The Righteous Gemstones. Euphoria. Sorry. Europa. The Moon of Jupiter. Stranger Things. We Own This City. Severance. The Rehearsal. Better Things. The White Lotus. Barry. The Bear. Hacks. Atlanta. And Better Call Saul.
For me, the winner on this is The Bear.
I
I
know
think
that.
that show's fucking great. What's your pick?
I would go with. Can you scroll up a little? It's a toss-up. Stranger Things and White Lotus. Survivor, really?
I know who knew Survivor was even still fucking on the TV.
It's like a 30 watch. I would say Stranger Things or The White Lotus. What do you got?
This is unprecedented in the history of
There's
the
no
Golden
precedent.
Assholes.
Uh
We actually have a tie.
oh.
Yeah. Which is really amazing to see when you look at like all the votes that there were. The fact
Yeah.
that 2 shows landed at 26% each. Stranger Things and The White Lotus tied for best show of the year.
I
Golden
called it.
Asshole.
Did I not call it?
You picked both of them.
I said it's between Stranger Things and White Lotus. Paul in the chat, I'm boycotting the woke AOA holes.
All right. Best comedy special. Ari Shafir, Jew, Hassan Minaj, The King's Jester, Robert Kelly, Killbox, Ali Wong, Don Wong, Stavros Halkeas, Live at the Lodge Room, Chris Stefano, Speshi Weshi, Gerard Carmichael, Rathaniel, and Sebastian Maniscalco. Is it me? Would you like to weigh in on this one?
I haven't seen any of them, but if I had to take a guess, Sebastian Maniscalco.
I've seen Sebastian Maniscalco. I thought it was good. It was not his best. We've hit that point where it was funny. I
Okay.
openly cackled out loud like several times. I enjoyed the shit out of myself. When you go back to his previous 3 or 4 specials, like it was the lowest one on the
It's the
totem
last
pole.
one. Okay.
Yeah. Ari Shafir Jew, I saw 3 minutes of, and I was like, I had to stop because I wasn't paying enough attention to it. That's how good it was. I was like,
Oh,
I
you
need to.
laughing too much.
Yeah, I was like, I need to pay more attention to this, and I'm doing something else right now, so I want to come back to it.
Okay.
I love Chris Stefano. Janine will kill me for this. Speshi Weshi. It was only like 38 minutes. Like, you've got to have an hour of material if you're going to come with a fucking special.
Absolutely. Unless you're on
Um,
Comedy Central.
My pick here is Gerard Carmichael, Rathaniel. I really fucking loved that special.
Okay.
It was like, it was one of those where it starts with him walking on the street. It's like snowing. It's New York City. He's walking
Right.
to the Blue Note in the Village.
When the hell did he film that?
I don't know, but it was beautiful. This came out early last year.
When it snowed in New York City.
Yeah, but it reminded me, like, remember Carlin used to like walk out from outside right into the theater, right up on
Sure.
the stage. I fucking love that. So it reminded me of that. And it was one of those specials where there was just a lot of silence throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are moments where you sit there and he's on stage and there's literally like a 12-second silence
That sounds awful.
before he says the next thing. But it's really good. It was the special where he came out of the closet, so a lot of people made a big to do
Oh,
about
he did
that.
in the special?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And that's why I wish I wouldn't have known that going into it, but that's why I ultimately wound up watching, because I wanted to see what he said. But it was
Right.
it was a beautiful special in the sense of like, he talks about his grandfather lying and then his dad lying, and then he gets into his lies and he's like, here's my biggest lie. I love some penis, and it was really, it was wonderful. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but it is not up to me who gets the golden asshole, Frank.
Here we go.
It is up to the people. It is up to the AOA holes.
The people have spoken.
And an overwhelming amount, 53% of the vote went to Sebastian Maniscalco. Is it me?
Called it again, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling all of these. I don't know if I didn't call the best album, but I'm on the ball with most of these.
You are on fire, my friend. All right.
Ooh, this is a good category. I like this.
Best celeb comeback with the nominees, Frank, if you will.
All right, here we go. Cameron Diaz, Brendan Fraser, Macaulay Culkin, Jack Gleason, as in, who the hell is Jack Gleason?
I think it's Jackie Gleason's kid, but I'm not sure. That's what I like
Okay.
to imagine in my head.
Hayden Christensen, Halle Berry, Josh Hartnett, or Lindsay Lohan. All good choices. I'm going to have to go Brendan Fraser on this one.
Frank says Brendan Fraser.
Because you got to go big comeback. And he's right out of the gate with this comeback. He's looked at as probably the Oscar winner. That's
What
huge.
everybody's, that's the buzz.
That's an insane comeback. That's not just I'm back. That's I'm back and I'm taking the Oscar.
Frank, that's the buzz around Tinseltown.
Okay.
When I check with my sources.
Is your sources Cuddles?
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm citing sources, it's just my wife. My wife read it on E somewhere.
Okay.
46% of the vote, Brendan Fraser. Frank runs the table.
Oh, baby.
Congratulations, Brendan Fraser. On behalf of all of us here at the AOA podcast and the AOA-Holes, please accept this Golden Asshole Award and display it proudly on
That's his first award of the season, I think.
That is, you got to do well at the Golden Assholes before you can get to the Golden Globes. That's what everybody's talking about.
That's how you know who's going to win the Golden Globes.
Yes.
Based on this thing right here.
A Simpsons cartoon Golden Asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do well at the AOA-Hole Awards. You got the rest of the year as a cakewalk.
It really is.
It's pretty much in the bag.
It really, really is.
Or in the hole.
So that was an exciting Golden A-Hole Award.
I'm looking forward to the after party, to be honest with you. I don't know where we're going. I don't know how drunk we're getting, but it's going to be insane from what I understand.
I feel like we should do this next year again and really do it. Like, let's get tuxes. Let's fucking...
I'm in.
Let's make it a thing.
Yeah. I say we...
It's weird, though, because, like, you want to, like, vote on everything and get, like, these lists out by the end of the year.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel weird dragging it out for, like, another 2 weeks before we would announce the winners. This feels a little strange.
I like this way. And is there any chance next year of having this year's winners read out the next year's winner?
Oh, that'll be good. When we mail Brendan Fraser his Golden Asshole, we will put a note in asking if you'd like to attend.
Since that's, we could start the tradition off right.
Here is your golden. By the way, this is a digital award because no trophy shop would actually make me one of these. The first place I called up, could you make a Golden Asshole? The guy was like,
I'm against that. I think that should be. Would if I owned a trophy store, I'd make nothing but Golden Asshole awards.
Golden Assholes. Who doesn't want to win a Golden Asshole? I mean, that is just a great award to have.
I mean, especially the first annual.
Yeah. I mean, the AOA-Holes cannot bestow a greater honor upon a person than the Golden Asshole. So
this is what we do here, folks.
I will say, though, this wasn't the first concept. The first concept was Jim Carrey bent over, pulling his asshole cheeks apart, talking.
That's a good one.
That was the first thing. We just couldn't get that onto a trophy stand.
You know what? You went the right way. I think the classy route.
I felt it was a little sexist because I thought, what are the guys? What are the girls? But girls look at other girls' asses in my world. So
you picked a nice cartoon ass.
Thanks. My wife just said, "What world do you fucking live in?" All right, Frank. We've done enough shows for the last 2 weeks in one night. Actually,
we didn't phone it in this time.
No, we really didn't. We
gave you everything we got. Damn it!
Yeah, this is it. That's all we got.
This is the show. That's the show.
And I'm telling you what, there's so much more to get to. I have a lot more to say.
Do you?
Yes.
We got a whole year's worth of shows coming up.
Well, I'm going to share my thoughts on Fruit Loops, on UFOs, on Christmas cookie tins.
Okay.
Kanye's Nazi merch he's got coming out.
Does he really?
Yes.
Speaking of, you didn't bring it up, but I will bring it up. I lost the bet. The stupid bet that I made because didn't realize he was already on Tucker. Well, I thought he would be on Tucker Carlson or Fox, but I didn't realize, of course, at the time when I made the bet that he was already on Tucker like a week before. So what are the odds he was going to do it again? But I did. So that means I'd have to pay for someone's subscription to our membership.
And somebody snatched that up. They jumped on it right away. I forget who. It's somewhere.
Okay, so let's hook that up.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get that person a membership. We'll get them signed up.
All right. 6 months. And you're on your own.
You're paying for 6 months?
That's what you said, right? That was the bet.
Was it? I don't know. I don't remember anything.
All right. Then there was no bet. I don't know what you're talking about.
There was no bet.
These aren't the bets you're looking for.
All right, that's it. So very big of you to bring that up and confess.
Listen, I
And agree to
make
pay.
a bet. I stick with it.
Yes. And to everybody who attended the Golden Asshole Awards, you all look lovely.
Yes, wonderful fashion night.
Yes. We should write a red carpet next year. That's what I think. I think we should make the Golden Assholes a standalone episode.
I think you're right. We do the
Yeah.
whole thing. We dress up nice, a little champagne.
Champagne.
I don't know if we can show clips from the things that we nominate, but if we can, that'd be good.
I don't think we can. Maybe you can draw something.
Ooh, it's a lot of things to draw, though.
It's a lot. Well, there's only like 6 categories. I mean, it's not that much.
Like 12 things in each category.
That's true. There was like 53 in one. Did you see the music one? It was like
I'm not drawing all those things. If I started now, I couldn't get them all.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll put it back in the old shed and work on it. But the Golden Asshole Awards were great. Frank, you were great. J-sabs, we'll see.
Well, here's to another good year of Anthony on air.
A lot of room to grow. All right, thank you guys. We'll catch you on the next episode Friday.
Show me potato salad.
Should be a lot of fun. We'll see you guys then.
Maybe we should go now.
Go ahead.